Elite Athletes Press Conference for the 2025 TCS World 10-kilometer Bengaluru. My name is Kieran Walker, and it is such an honor to be up here today to introduce to you some of the world's best athletes for one of the world's biggest 10 kilometers and of course the richest 10 kilometer on the planet. Of course, $26,000 up for grabs to the first male and female across the line on Sunday. Before we continue, please could I just ask that you could all keep your mobile phones on silent, just so that we don't have any interruptions. I will do a little introduction of each athlete that is up here on the stage with me, and then I will ask them a few questions, and then we will open up the floor for members of the media to ask questions. Please don't be shy, ask as much as you can. As we are really blessed, with some of the greatest athletes the world has ever seen, and they are here in a beautiful Bengaluru to showcase their talent. So, just starting with ladies first, our first athlete is 24 years old and hails from Kericho in Kenya. She is based still in Kericho, training with quite a big training group, which also features some of the world's best athletes, some of whom will actually be out in action on Sunday. She's a relative, a newcomer to the international running scene, her first race outside of Kenya being in 2023 at the World Cross Country Championships, and she is also the fastest athlete on paper on the field thanks to her 30:08 best 10 kilometer that she set the last year in Valencia. Welcome, Cintia Chepngeno. Our next athlete on the far left, he's 28 years old and hails from Tanzania. Apart from having the Tanzanian national record over the marathon, which he ran in a time of 2 hours, 3 minutes flat, it also makes him the fastest marathon runner ever to run a marathon from someone that was not born in Kenya or Ethiopia. His career started back in 2014, where he finished fourth in the African Junior Championships in Ethiopia, over 5,000 meters. And since then, he's gone on to achieve much greatness, one of those highlights being a second place finish in the 2023 Boston Marathon. He has a very fast 27:49 over 10 kilometers, and he also set the Tanzanian national record over the half marathon distance, running 59:18, which was actually set this year in January. Let's welcome Gabriel Geay. I'm sure everyone knows the athlete right next to me. Just going through his resume, really, it gives me goosebumps. He's 28 years old. He hails from Cheptegei in Uganda. His international career actually started back in 2014, and ironically, his very first race on the international circuit was this very event back in 2014, where still as a junior, he finished second in the Bengaluru 10 kilometer in a time of 28:04. He has since gone on to be a triple world champion over 10,000 meters, a double Olympic champion over 5,000 meters and 10,000 meters. He holds the world record over the 5,000 and 10,000 meter distances with times of 12:35 and 26:11 for the 10,000 meters. He has won every title you can think of, and I'm sure come Sunday he will want to leave Bengaluru as the champion. It's a great honor to introduce to you Joshua Cheptegei. So we'll start with some questions for Cintia. Welcome to Bengaluru, Cintia. Your first time in India. How has it been so far, your experience? Just put close to your mouth. Yeah, your first time in India, Cintia, how has the experience been so far for you?
My experience is the past to be in India. I'm feeling excited. This is my first time to India, and I'm happy and I'm ready to run on Sunday.
So you trained with quite a big group in Kericho. quite a lot of athletes there, which also includes some big names. Can you tell us a little bit about your training group and some of the athletes that you train with?
Okay, I'm from Kenya, Kericho. I'm training with my colleagues. Some of them ask their big names like Cheptegei, also Vincent, because Langa, Vincent Yapit. Yeah.
So Vincent Langat himself is a 26-minute, 55-second, 10-kilometer runner, and you will also be in action on Sunday morning. You started running in Form 1 when you were 15 years old, Cintia. What distances did you start with, and when did you realize that running is something that could change your life?
Okay, I started my career during my school, in competing in school competition, and therefore I started realizing that I have a talent.
And since your first race outside of Kenya was at the 2023 World Cross Country Championships in Australia, you've made quite the name for yourself, especially over the 10-kilometer distance around the world. Within the last 2 years, has life changed much for you?
Yeah, it has changed.
Many people now know you.
Yeah, many people now know me.
And what is your big running goal in the future? Where would you like to see yourself? Perhaps breaking world records? Perhaps being the greatest runner on the planet?
My big in future, I'm expecting to run marathon, half marathon. Yeah.
And with your personal best time of 30:08, you are the fastest lady in the field on Sunday. Do you feel any pressure? Do you think that a lot of the other ladies will be looking at you in order to run a good time?
On Sunday, I'm ready to run my race. I have no pressure. I'll be just ready to go together with my colleagues.
And the big question for Sunday, what is your goal? Are you looking to run a fast time, or is it more important for you just to get the victory?
On Sunday, I'm just expecting to make a podium.
So for you, the position is more important than the time?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you, Cintia. Moving along to Gabriel. What's your impressions so far of Bengaluru?
Actually, it is my first time here in India, and it was my dream to be here in India to race here in Bangalore. And in a couple of years, I was thinking that maybe one day I'll be in the set list of Bangalore 10K. So I thank Bangalore 10K that's Bangalore 10K organization make it that happen.
Oh, awesome. You've run really fast times, all the way from 5 kilometers up through to the marathon. We've seen you finish second in Boston. You earlier this year won the debut marathon. It's a little bit unusual seeing a marathon runner stepping back down into 10 kilometers. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and how your training's gone since the marathon?
Actually, I am good in marathons, and actually I'm good in road races. I was earlier racing in road races all over the world. My big title I get in marathon. So I say that I need to move down to 10K or half marathon, and maybe I can run fast as I can, but I'm not fit before. So to decide to run this 10K or the 10K after marathon is the part of my recovery and the part of racing before my next marathon in second season. So that's it.
And you've had quite a busy 2025 season so far. You set a new Tanzanian national record in the half marathon, 59:18. I mentioned you won that debut marathon in February, if I'm not mistaken, 2:05 there. How's the training gone since the marathon, and did you have to do any changes to the training program for this 10 kilometer?
I train at the same, but I change a little bit different to race in 10K and to be fast in 10K.
Okay. And just tell us a little bit about your training group. Where are you based for your training, and are there any other big names that train together with you?
Actually, I'm training in Arusha, Tanzania most of the time, and another place called Madunga, which I am planning to set my long-term training camp there. And I train with young boys that I started to recruit them, and that is my training group most of the time. And is upcoming strong boys. Some of them are run good in international level, and they are still coming up to the top level of the road races.
So perhaps one day we might see some of those guys running here in Bengaluru.
Yeah, sure. One of my boys raced here last year, and he became 10th place.
Amazing, amazing. Your best time, 27 minutes and 49 seconds. The Tanzanian national record is 27:37. What can we maybe expect on Sunday? Will you be going for a fast time? Could we perhaps see you adding a third national record to your name over the road?
Actually, if the crowd go fast, like I think it is possible for me to run national record.
So you heard it there, folks. We're looking for a fast race on Sunday. Moving over to the fastest man in the world, over 5,000 meters and 10,000 meters. Welcome back to Bengaluru, Joshua. How does it feel to be back where it all started for you back in 2014?
Well, thank you so much. First and foremost, I want to thank the organization for always accepting to invite me again after 11 years. And now it's really a great feeling for me to come back here in Bengaluru and mostly India. And always when I come here, after good things really happen.
So just going back to that 2014 event, it was your first time ever running outside Uganda. You were still a young junior. Take us through that first race and what you remember from that as your first experience on the circuit.
I remember way back in 2014 when I came here, my manager told me that this is a really great race where you have, I chose to bring you here because of the experience, get some experience, and build it on as you move forward to the World Junior Championship, because I was still a very raw runner, and I needed to run with the big guys in order to gather some experience, and of which the big numbers back then were Geoffrey Campbell and many other guys who had run 1250 something, 1240 something in the 5,000 meters. So for me, it was all just fun, and eventually I walked out a happy boy by then when I became second.
And you returned to India last year, where you took a victory in the Delhi half marathon. Running is the fastest growing sport in a country like India. What is it about India that makes you come back?
Well, like I said, in 2014 it opened my international chapter, and from there I went on to win many world titles. And last year going to New Delhi, I wanted to step and have another chapter of my career in the roads, in the marathons. So I thought, I think India will always have a place for me to launch me to another great level. So I'm grateful that last year I went on to win the New Delhi half marathon, and now I come to Bangalore, and I'm really hopeful that the next chapter of my career will be really spectacular.
And you've had success over all the surfaces, the track, cross country, now onto road running. You hold the 5,000 meter and 10,000 meter world records. We've seen you also shift through to the marathon, but like Gabriel, we see you stepping down. Is this maybe a sign that Joshua Cheptegei is to stay on the shorter distances for quite some time, or is the marathon still on the foreseeable future?
For me, it's this is one of the races where I look at as a stepping stone, and also not to have a lot of pressure as I prepare my next marathon. you know, the next marathon could be in September, October, November, or December. So it had to be here, because if I'm running the marathon the next 4 or 5 months, that means I need something to be motivated, to keep me focused. And for me, the first stage was to do Bengaluru.
Awesome. Back in February at that Tokyo Marathon, you ran your new personal best, 2:05:59. Is the marathon still in your legs a little bit, or how has the training gone since Tokyo in preparation for Bengaluru?
I think it was on 2nd of March when I did the marathon of Tokyo. And I took off some weeks to rest and started again and again. So hopefully the legs may not be as usual, as good as usual, but we will see on Sunday, because I think it's going to be a crazy thing, and yeah, I think I suppose it's going to be like a crazy thing.
So you are the fastest man in the field on paper for Sunday's event. What is the goal for Sunday? Could we perhaps see a new course record by Joshua Cheptegei, or is it more important for you to leave Bengaluru with victory to your name?
For me, it would really be good if I leave Bengaluru with the win.
So the win is more important than the time right now?
Yeah, it's realistic for now. Yeah, like I said, I trained. Just I have not had a lot of good time to train because of recovery from the marathon, and I was taking it slow, and so. But you will see, I'm not the one running alone in the race, so you never know. Some people want to run faster, so you never know. Yeah.
Well, records are always there to be broken, but the victories are the ones that forever remain. Thank you very much to Joshua, Gabriel, and Cintia for gracing us with your presence and giving us a little bit of insight into your life. We will now open it up to the floor for you to ask some questions.
For now, for me and my team, we are still yet not decided on what is next, but I know in the next 2-3 weeks we'll be able to know if we'll be doing championship, but I think mostly it may not be possible, but we will yeah, not yet decided. Thank you.
This is Mr. Kulkarni from Global Connect. My question is for all the 3 athletes. So how mentally you are prepared to accept this particular 2025 10K race, and you have any plan to improve your clock time?
So how have you mentally prepared for the event on Sunday? And are you looking at perhaps trying to run your fastest ever? We'll start with Cintia first. So Cintia, for the race on Sunday, how have you prepared yourself, not just in your training, but also mentally? She prefers, I think, to let the legs do the talking on Sunday in the race. Over to you, Gabriel.
Actually, I am prepared well mentally and physically, so I train for the race, and I believe that I will run my race, and I run again. So I believe that I will get good results this Sunday, and I will make history to my career. It's my first time here in India and in Bangalore, and I make history. I believe that.
Okay. Gabriel is prepared to make history on Sunday. That means one thing, and that's fast running.
Yeah, maybe history means maybe another record, or maybe I don't know. It depends on how he's looking at it, but yeah, for me it's like of course I run faster, like 26 38. It was a World Cup by then, but still, I think those were the good things. But now it's a different thing for me now after focusing on the marathon and now trying to get my level again back, get myself back again up the top. So mentally I'm prepared, and also this physically the shape is better. Yeah, thank you. It is really, I think from what people are saying, it really is trying to be a fast course.
Hi. Joshua, you came to Delhi, you did some fabulous pre-race antiques and stuff. You remember that? In Vedanta in Delhi, before the start. And now you're in Bangalore. Do you know there's a concept called as Pro-Cam Slam in India, where there are 4 races in India, and participants can try to run all the 4 races. The ones who finish all 4 races, it's called the Pro-Cam Slam. You have a chance to do the Pro-Cam Slam if you do 2 more cities after this. Are you going to take a shot at that? There's a 25k and a marathon to go, and 2 different cities.
Yeah, let's see. I still have more good years ahead of me, so it still could be a goal. Yeah.
It can't be very open-ended. You can't take 5 years.
It can still be a goal, and I've seen like a lot of big names coming in for the 25k and also the marathon. So it's still an open chance for me. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you will also be the first person in history if you can win all 4
Yes.
of those events.
Yeah, that would be really exciting and interesting.
Any more questions from the audience?
This side.
And 10 minutes later, 10 minutes we start Indian. Yeah, 10 minutes later. Okay, thank you. 10 minutes के बाद we start in 10 minutes.